We are on to the penultimate episode of Daryl Dixon Season 2, the second last episode of the second season. But as far as I'm concerned, it could be the last episode ever of the Walking Dead franchise, because this stuff has been run into the ground. It's absolutely shite to watch, and that's pretty much it.
Like a camel in the desert, it's done. It needs some water. No, actually, it doesn't need. It needs to put out its misery. Right, shotgun.
An arrow to the knee or to the head. Or...
Shotgun to the hump, or whatever else camels have. But the point is, this show is awful, right? So let's just dive straight into it and talk about how bad it was.
If anybody cares, it is called Pouvoir CS Pouvoir, which I've no idea what that means, but in all honesty, guys, I do not really care what that means. So we start with Ash. Ash is running away from zombies. 1 minute he's working on the plane, the next minute he's hightailing it out of there. He jumps into a car, which doesn't seem like a good idea. Why trap yourself in a car if you don't know if the car's going to start? If you don't... I mean, let's be honest, most of these cars won't fucking start. It's not like... How lucky would you need to be to actually find a car that's not, at this point of the game, like 15 years in, that's not had its gas... And even if... I mean, for the gas still to work...
Aye, you're also missing a key. The fucking key. How many times do we see in series where the keys are still in the car?
It just wouldn't happen.
I mean, at least in a world where it's not post-apocalyptic and it's not like 15 years down the line, I can maybe see it a wee bit more. But, I mean, here it's like, Ash is basically saying, right, if I don't find the keys here, then I'm trapped in this car and I will need some outside assistance. And who's to say they're going to be good?
Yeah, who's to say they're going to be good? So he then tries to get out of the car. He opens the door, slightly ajar. A walker pushes against the door. The door then slams shut and it hits Ash in the head. It knocks Ash out. And at this point, this was at night. And the next time we see Ash, it is like full daylight. And he's still knocked out. So we're actually led to believe that this door, the window of the door hitting Ash in the head, knocked him out for about at least 12 hours. I mean, at least half a day. Which I'm going to call absolute fucking bullshit.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
But Ash has been knocked out from this. I mean, if it hit you this hard, would you not break the window?
Yeah.
If it hit you this hard to concuss you for like a full fucking day. Anyway, that's Ash. Ash is stuck in the car. We move on.
Yeah, we move on because, let's be honest, no one cares about Ash. We cut to Carol and Daryl. They're walking.
Well, hold on. I mean, he's probably my favourite character in this show.
Yeah, but I don't care. I actually don't mind the guy, but I don't care. Like, he could have got ripped to shreds here in this car, man. It wouldn't have changed my life, but it changed your life.
No, but I'd feel worse about him dying than I would Daryl or Carol at this point in the game.
Well, yeah, that's true, but you know, we cut to these two. They're talking, just a load of shit. It's just like, Isabella's dating. It's like, did Daryl even fucking care? No, is the answer, but essentially, she's like, oh, I might have told a wee lie here to get us here. And he's like, well, you say I'm your brother? No, I didn't say I'm your brother. And then she doesn't really get into it. They then get into like the base where Ash was. He set up traps. I don't know how long Carol was away for, right? But anyway, he set up traps. There's walkers in them, but the reality is it's not walkers. It's actually people who have been killed walkers. And then there was a kid alive, and then they're like, merci kill.
Put me up my mercy.
And Daryl just fucking shoots him right in the face.
No, he doesn't. He hits him with a blade.
Like, yeah, he crushes his skull. It's just like...
He impales his brain, mate.
Aye, by crushing it. Here, shot, crushed, impaled, shite jobby.
First you said he shot him in the head, then you said he crushed the skull. What he actually did was ram a knife through it.
I thought he used his Morning Star, no?
Well, he might have, but it was a blade either way.
A Morning Star's not a blade. Morning Star's the thing he's got on the stick.
No, it wasn't that.
Guess that wouldn't guarantee death. That would be brutal, like, if you actually used that.
So, like, he's dead, then Daryl...
There's no emotion, it's like... This is just fucking unnecessary.
Daryl and Carol then get to the hideout, and where they're keeping Laurent. You got Falou, and you got his little gang there. I don't get this. They walk in the door, Laurent comes over, and he says, oh, you must be Carol. Right. How the hell would Laurent know that this is Carol? Laurent doesn't know that Carol is on the way. Daryl has got no pictures of Carol. I mean, Daryl hasn't even spoken that much about Carol in this series to begin with. The last time Laurent seen Daryl, the four of them were trying to escape, and he had no idea that Carol was even in France. And then all of a sudden, he sees Daryl walk in with this random woman with the shitey lesbian-style haircut. And Laurent walks up and says, "Oh, nice to meet you, Punch. Oh, you must be Carol." How would he just assume or come to the conclusion that's Carol and not some random person that Daryl met outside?
Because the writing fucking sucks.
It's not like Daryl's saying, "Oh, by the way, there might be some American." Daryl's never even mentioned the fact that anybody from America will be coming looking for him. What the logic's out the window here.
No, it's ridiculous. But I think it's just so that they don't want to include it. But then, I don't know, man. It's just fucking why? It's so dumbed down and...
Dumbed down? No, it makes no sense. How would Laurent...
Yeah, but it's
how would Laurent just pluck Carol out of nowhere? Carol.
Yeah, but it's dumbed down to the sense of, like, they're just insulting the audience. It's like, yeah, obviously we know who Carol is, but he doesn't fucking know who it is.
There's no logical sense.
No.
He wasn't expecting Carol to be there. It's not like Daryl said, I think my friends from America are coming to help me, or I think my friend from America's here and being captured. I need to come and save her. Laurent is expecting Daryl to walk back with Isabella, and instead he walks in with some old grandma, and it just goes straight, "Oh, you must be Carol." Like, it doesn't make sense.
No, of course it doesn't. No, it's ridiculous.
Why wouldn't Laurent be like, "Where's Isabel? Who's that?" And then Daryl's like, "Oh, this is my friend Carol," and then be like, "How did she get here? Where did she come from?" But
yeah.
no,
that does make more sense.
Laurent walks up. "You must be Carol."
Oh, oui, you must be Carol, amigo.
Yeah, so then we get Daryl telling Laurent that Isabel is dead. And I mean, I think it was pretty obvious here.
Yeah, awful though, because he doesn't even tell him on screen. It's like, does Norman Reedus not have the... I mean, I'm glad. I don't think he does. He doesn't. I don't think he's got the capabilities. I don't think there's a good scene in him telling Laurent that his mum's dead, so they just skip completely over it.
His auntie.
Aye, well, his auntie.
But anyway, right?
But it felt more like his mum.
It did. Another thing, right? See when Laurent sees that Daryl comes in and Isabel's no with him, should his first question be, "Where's Isabel?"
Where's my auntie?
Instead, the first thing he said, "Oh, you must be Carol."
Yeah.
Hello? What the fuck?
There's a Isabella-sized hole here. But back to Daryl though, right? Killing the kid in the barn, or the hangar.
Nah, but I mean, let's say Shane and Otis, right? Hold on. Let's say Shane and Otis go to school and they're looking for the supplies to save Coral, and then they get back, but instead of like Shane being with Otis, he's with his like high school girlfriend, and Patricia's like, "Oh, you must be Julie," or something. Anyway, this made no sense to me. And then when Daryl Dixon does reveal that she's dead, we don't actually get it on screen. And then Laurent's like, he doesn't want to go to America anymore, so he's taking the huff here. So that's what it is. Carol then asks around, like, "Can you people help me find Ash?" Falou then says that he will, but they don't really. They kind of just give Carol and Daryl clues, I guess, to where he could be. And then we see them go visit the strip bar, and this just looks very woke, very lefty. It's like you go in and it's like the women seem to, it's just this shite. Oh, look at this, we're strippers, we're empowering. And then you look at all the men, and all the men are like wearing gimp masks and are chained up and are being like walked around like dogs, and it's fucking very degrading.
No, it is.
And also, didn't this bitch screw over Daryl Dixon in the season 1 finale? Is she not the one that gave up Laurent's father and in turn put Laurent in danger?
Yeah.
So why is Daryl Dixon all of a sudden friends with her?
He did say, I might not be popular there, but I mean, guess what, mate? You're popular fucking nowhere because no one cares about this show.
No, but instead of him saying I might not be popular there, shouldn't he be saying, "Yeah, I've got unfinished business there. I'm gonna go kill her.
I'm gonna fucking lay the smackdown sort
But
of
of course, this is a woman, so Daryl Dixon can't do shit. They then give them gas, I guess, she gives them gas. He goes there a couple of times, I don't really care. He gets gasoline for the plane. They then find Ash in the where Janae's place was. They find Ash stuck in a car, so he's still in that car. They find him all this time later, and Ash is still knocked out after getting hit in the head with the door. Unbelievable. And then, this was fucking retarded. There's like 100 walkers around the car. And Daryl and Carol then shoot the walkers. They shoot enough in order to get to the car, but then they jump inside the car, trapping themselves inside the car, and then that means all three of them are stuck in the car. Carol wakes up Ash. Ash is like, "Oh, who's this? What happened?" And she's like, "Oh, it's alright, you've hurt your head." And Daryl's in the back seat. Ash is like thinking, "Who the hell's this American dude in the back of my car?" Ash is like, "What car is this?" So you've got all the walkers surrounding the car, and then
I'll tell you what happens next. The worst fucking scene of this show. Because Daryl finds a toolbox. Well, I said toolbox, it was like a weapons case, you know, like the Nemesis would drop or something. He breaks it open, we find a gun, a tranquilizer gun with darts that, of course, makes them special infected pretty much, right? And this is just, this actually grinded me the wrong way, right? Because I tell you what, I do not understand why Daryl, well, I understand why he did it, right? Because I thought his logic was, if I shoot these two, maybe... But then, honestly, this could have went so tits up and pear-shaped, it could have got all three of them killed. Because realistically, when he shoots these two walkers and makes them special infected, whatever, they should have had the strength, theoretically. Well, they did have the strength, theoretically. Not even theoretically. They could have just smashed the windies down. As soon as it did that, then you've got about, like, 1,000,000 walkers trying to get in. But what happens next is, we just hear a load of big bangs, man. Oh, blood spraying up the windies, and then there's only the two special walkers left, and then as soon as they smash the windies, Daryl kills them, and Carol kills the last one, and then they open the fucking door, and literally the 100 walkers that were around the car are either dead or pretty much handicapped, disabled, whatever. They're on the floor, man. Why would these two special infected do this? Why?
It made no sense to me. The special infected literally turned into like machines. They took out all the walkers, but then when they burst into the car through the windows, they were just like random walkers that Daryl and Carol easily took down. It was fucking dumb. It was dumb. A horrible scene. Honestly, why wouldn't Carol and Daryl just say, "Look, right, one of us we can lure the walkers away, and the other one will jump into the car and get Ash"? Why would you just take care of enough walkers, then jump inside and trap yourself inside the car? Yeah, that's dumb.
We've never seen these walkers, walkers before, like, turning other walkers. Oh, but it's a special one. Yeah, but we've already seen fucking special ones that don't do this.
Well, they weren't so special when they jumped inside the car, because they just got took out, like, random fucking walkers, so... Again, just
a ridiculous fucking scene.
Yeah, just really shite. They then go back to the plane. Daryl goes to collect Laurent. Carol then tells Ash the truth about, I fucking lied to you. My daughter's been dead a long time, and she says I needed a convincing story, but I mean, what she needed something that Ash would feel emotionally connected to. So that's why she lied about the dead kid, because Ash's kid was dead. And she manipulated him. It wasn't about a convincing story. It was about a story that matters to him. So just stop the fucking lying, Carol, right? It wasn't about... You could have believed anything. You could have said, here, look, I've actually got a pint of milk sitting in the fridge in France, and unless I get over in 2 days, it's going to go to date. That's a convincing story, but it's not worth going over. You had to tell him something that would play on his heartstrings, his emotions. I mean, like, Carol at the end of the day could have said, my mum and my mother, father and brother are all in France. That could have been convincing, right? But that wouldn't have got Ash's emotions the way the whole kid thing did, because he knows what it's like to lose a kid. So it wasn't that she needed a convincing story. She needed a story that mattered enough to Ash. She's a lying fuck. Ash is upset about it, rightfully so. But she's like telling him to calm down and all this stuff. It's like, bullshit. Fucking bullshit. But because he's a man, I guess he needs to calm down.
And he can't do anything about it.
Yeah, we then see... So Daryl goes to get Laurent, but the Lusang has turned up with the rest of Jay's people at the place where Laurent was. We then get Caudron. He sneaks Laurent out. Laurent, Caudron and Daryl then meet up in some, like, underground passage thing.
I believe it's the tombs under Paris.
It's the tombs under Paris. Then Daryl puts Laurent in some little cave bit that is visibly out in the open, but everyone walks past them anyway. We then get some fight scenes. Caudron shoots one of the guys in the face, and then he takes on one of the women soldiers, and Codron, who's a badass and seems to just like walk through people, he takes on the woman, and then all of a sudden it's 50-50, and the woman stabs him, but instead of Codron stabbing her or shooting her, all he does is throw her against a wall. Because I guess he's not allowed to physically like strike her or kill her or whatever. We then get Daryl, he fights Lozang, and it's a bit of an even battle. I didn't expect this Lozang guy to be a good fighter, but in the end Daryl just picks up a rock and bashes his head in off screen.
It was a skull, big man, it was a skull!
We don't get to see that for whatever reason. I mean, I thought The Walking Dead was known for its blood and guts and gore, but I mean, I guess not.
It's just a weird move, this, though. Like, in the last 2 episodes, we've just wiped out all the antagonists.
Yeah, and then Daryl gets Laurent, he leaves, Codron then leaves, but we see the woman we see the woman that Codron threw against the wall, we've seen her fingers twitch to suggest that she's still alive.
It was like that meme with, you know, like Transformers, What I've Done by Linkin Park, and the finger moves, and it's directed by Michael Bay. That's what that was like, cringe.
Yeah, so first of all, I mean, Codron didn't kill this woman, and I guess he's not allowed to. I guess Carol will have to kill her instead, because that's the way we roll here. But also, when they went into, like, the underground tombs, there was another woman that was with Lozang, and she just disappeared. Yeah. She didn't get killed by Codron, and she didn't get killed by Daryl, so I don't know if she just disappeared. But, I mean, how fucking insane is it that they believe that in TV shows, in this, like, apocalyptic world where people are out to kill each other and you have to kill to survive, that we're still being led to believe that as a man, if you have to kill a woman or hit a woman, even in self-defense, that somehow makes you the villain.
Yeah.
That is fucking...
No, if you want to talk about equality, a post-apocalyptic world like this, that's where equality should come into play, where everyone's an equal threat. They've got guns.
That is fucking insane.
They've got guns, they've got knives. I mean, she stabs him, right? Probably like half an inch away from his heart. And then he's not allowed to kill her.
Look what he did to the last guy when he grabbed the gun off him and shot him with his own gun.
Fucking... No, but it's the same with Daryl in episode 1. Remember in episode 1? He had Janae at gunpoint.
Yep.
And then the explosion went off. And Daryl turns her on and looks at the explosion. She could have fucking shot him.
And I said at that moment in time, he's not killing Janae, Carol is. And in the end, who killed her?
It was Carol. Right, up next we've got the scene where Daryl, for like the fucking 20th time, is like, oh, why do you not want to come to America? And then it's like, he's already fucking told you, man.
Yeah, Laurent says, I don't want to come, I'm not coming. Everybody that I love dies, and Daryl then thinks, you're sick. I know, I get it, you're scared that I'm going to die, but now you need to make your choice. You have to pick, you have to choose whether you want to come or whether you don't, even though he's already made his choice 100 times and said no. And then eventually, I guess, Laurent just gets bored of Daryl questioning him, so he says, okay, I'll come. And then they take him to the plane, he meets up with Ash. Ash is still sulking over the whole, lying thing. And Ash then says, well, good luck with this, because Laurent's excited, but Ash explains that we'll never get the plane off the ground before people. Yeah. And I did say this, I was like, that's a really small plane. I mean, how many people can that plane realistically take? And another thing, it's like, Carol said... Now, she kind of said that the marriage wasn't good, right? But she never went into the whole, oh, my husband beats me up, he's a really bad person. She just says that it didn't work out. Do you not think Ash should have says before, here, by the way, when we get to Sevilla, there'll only be enough room to bring her back? In case Ed's still alive. Like, why was that not discussed before they go? I get it, because they want to save you a bombshell for the finale. Oh, there's not enough room on the plane. What's going to happen? But logically, that just makes no fucking sense, man. You'd think Ash would say... It's dumb.
Yeah, he's like, here, I just want to let you know, if we get here, this plane won't hold 4. And obviously, if they're both alive and you want to return... No, it is. It's ridiculous.
Well, where do you draw the line? Because, like, Carol was going to bring that rapey woman from Greenland with her.
Aye.
So can it hold 3 people, or can it only hold 2 adults and a child? Or, like, what's the... Even though Sevilla, in that timeline, would be...
A fully grown adult?
Yeah, because, like, I mean, she'd be like in her 20s.
Like 25 or something.
So it's like, like, what... I mean, come on.
I mean, it's not the worst ending to an episode, but it's just so flawed. And see the dumb fucks that enjoy this show, they can't see it. It makes no fucking sense.
I think you have to have a really low IQ, I think, to enjoy Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead. Now, why? Well, honestly...
Another reason why people be like, oh, but that's Ash, you know, he's like, oh, he was pissed off in the moment. He's like, ha, well, the joke's on you, Carol. I can't hold for. But he should have said this before he took off.
I just think that makes sense, that Carol has told him this lie, that her daughter's in France with her husband. Would it not, see if they do find her, would it not make sense for Ash to go, by the way, we're only going to be able to bring your daughter back?
Yeah.
To me, I think that would be worth mentioning.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the episode. Do we think that Ash is going to die? Probably. Because it sure as hell ain't going to be one of the other three.
Let's be honest though, man. Look at everything that Carol's been able to do. I mean, I'm sure she could find a way to fly a fucking plane.
It's funny though, it's like they've already confirmed that season 3's in Spain, so plane doesn't get that far, does it? Which again, that's how you know a show's shit. Oh, season 3's in Spain? Should we not be sitting here with the prospect of,
what's going to happen?
Carol and Daryl, they're going to get back to America.
They're going to reunite with Rick in the group?
No, that should be what you're looking for, but no. Anyway, I mean, I think the last bunch of episodes have been 2s out of 10. It's like each passing episode, there's just a scene that just defies fucking logic.
Honestly,
even
man,
worse.
This episode, I think it was maybe better than last week's, but I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 purely for the whole car scene where
everything. At least Ash getting into it. Like if he was gassed, it's like right, fair enough. But you're right with the Carol and Daryl thing.
One could have just led them away.
Yes.
But no, they both clear enough walkers so they can jump inside and be trapped in there with him. And then Daryl's shooting those 2 infected, not knowing, like, how is he to know that infected would clear the rest of the walkers?
Like I said,
I've got a plan.
It could have ripped open the door and then they all pile in.
But then somehow the infected walkers just kill all the other walkers. Just fucking retarded.
If anything, that Daryl manoeuvre was just creating 2 harder walkers to defeat. Obviously, they killed them pretty easily, but I don't get it, guys. Anyway, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10 as well. Finale up next. Can't wait for it, in the sense of once I watch it, don't have to watch this show for a fucking year.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Daryl Dixon. Listen, you know what?
Dixon!
I mean, see, at this point, I'm only interested in seeing 2. There's only 2 Walking Dead shows I'm interested in. I mean, either a continuation of the original series, where they bring all these people back, where Rick is the main character for like another season or a bit, whatever, then give us a good ending, because I don't think we've got a good ending yet. That even in season 11 it was left open. So I would do that, and if they want to bring out a brand new show, we always heard about how they could remake it in HBO. I wouldn't do a remake. What I would do is I would just do a new show from the beginning. And just give us new characters. And these characters are done. These characters have been fleshed out. We're sick to death of these characters. It's no fun getting these new spin-offs when you're already 15 years into the apocalypse. We want 15 years into the apocalypse. Everybody should be pretty much the same. Everyone should be hardened. Everyone should be less emotional. Everyone should be used to loss, and everyone should be. Do you know what I mean? Everyone should be like numb. And it's not this. See, in the early seasons, you get to see how people react to death, how you get to see people like react to humanity dying, and you see how they change as a person. See, when you're starting these shows 50, everyone's already went through that.
No, I know.
Everyone's characters should already be in their final form.
Look at Daryl, right, when he put the kid down the set. How many people have we seen Daryl fucking mercy kill, man? No, honestly. It has been done. See, when you do it the first couple of times, especially the people he knows and care, like Merle, put Merle down as a walker, put Dale down, right? This is some random French kid.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, no, who gives a fuck, man?
Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.